Welcome back. Local college basketball scores from last night. After winning 2 games, Cornerstone knocked out of the NAIA Division II National Quarterfinals, falling to St. Francis 79-73. Grace Bible College successfully defends its NCCAA Division II Christian College national title by beating Southeastern of Florida 68-65. And the Hope College women heading to the Division III Final Four, knocking off Wisconsin Stevens Point last night 71-65. The final, Carrie Snickers leading the way for the Flying Dutch with 21 points. So it's the 3rd time that Hope has reached the Final Four. The previous 2 times, Hope won national championships. 31-1. Hope will take on 22-6 Rochester in the national semifinals this coming Friday at Illinois Wesleyan University, the same place where Hope just won this weekend. And with that, we welcome in the head coach of the Flying Dutch, Brian Morehouse. Coach Mo, appreciate you, clock switch, traveling, driving back up from Illinois. Thanks for taking the time to come in tonight.
Thanks, Jason. Plenty of time to sleep after the season.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good approach. All right. So now your team's reached the Elite Eight the last couple of seasons, getting to that last game right before the Final Four. The Final Four you guys hosted the last couple of seasons, weren't able to cash it. Was this just the planets not aligning the last 2 years, and now here you are? It's not at your home venue this time, and this time you cash it and you're going to the Final Four.
Yeah, I don't know how you really explain that, but the big thing is that we made it. We had a big monkey on our back. I thought it was hard for us to play the last couple of years. There was not only the weight of wanting to get there, there was certainly the weight of wanting to not disappoint our fans, not wanting to disappoint the city of Holland in hosting the Final Four, and we knew how big that would be for the city if we were in it. And I think that there was just a little bit added weight. I thought we played a little freer, looser this weekend, and down the stretch we were a little bit older this year too. We learned from our experience.
So I guess how nice then to not have that little added incentive or too much incentive as far as being just a little bit too tight, because here you are playing at Illinois Wesleyan, so only your hardcore fans are making that trip down there, and now if you win this game last night, which you did, it's not going to be back home, so you're not going to have all that pomp and circumstance surrounding it.
And we get to go back where we just played. No one knows that city better than us right now. I said we know where to eat, we know where we're going. It should be a great situation for us.
What does this mean for not only for you and your program, but girls like Carrie Snickers, Delana Green, girls who've been around a couple years? For a program that's at the level that you've had it now, a couple of Elite Eights the last couple of years, but to, I guess, kind of kick that door down, because you did win a national title in '06, but that whole team has since moved on. So for this kind of generation to do this.
Well, I think that Delana Green said it very well in the interview after the game. She said, I'm satisfied, but I'm not done. And it was a very satisfying weekend. It's always great to win. It's always great to reach your goals. Last October 15th, we don't go public with a lot of our goals, but one of them was to go to Illinois Wesleyan. And last summer I was on my way back from the Final Four in St. Louis, and you happen to have to drive right past Illinois Wesleyan. And we stopped on their campus, and I told my assistant coach, click the button. And she said, what do you mean? I said, click the button. I want to know exactly how many miles it is to the DeVos Fieldhouse from here. And you can't get where you're going if you don't know how to get there and you don't know how far it is. So we locked that in last spring, and it's sort of been our destination goal the whole time.
So you come back last spring, you throw out that mileage number. How did the girls take that, and how did they kind of carry that through spring and into the summer, working out and into this fall and the season?
Well, I emailed out to our team, and I gave them the mileage number, and I said, first person back to me wins today's competition. And I didn't tell them what the number was, and we had a lot of different guesses on what that number meant. And finally one of our players said, isn't that the mileage to maybe Illinois Wesleyan? I said, bingo. I said, you can't get there if you don't know where you're going. And that's sort of been our destination ever since.
What makes this, obviously you've had great teams year in and year out, and the teams the last couple of seasons could very have easily played in a Final Four. What makes this team special, and how are you able to get there this time?
A little bit more experience, senior and junior laden. We only have 2 seniors, but we have a lot of juniors. And we've got a talented group of freshmen that are in this year. Liz Ellis from East Grand Rapids, Meredith Kushmal from Heartland are certainly kicking in, contributing quite a bit. So we've got that nice balance of talent, experience, and sort of that youthful exuberance, but also not get too tight because they don't really know what's at stake.
What's it going to take this weekend to go back to Illinois Wesleyan and to not only get a win on Friday, but then to hopefully be cutting down the nets again?
It comes down to having to play your best basketball for one weekend, and I don't think we played our best basketball last weekend, which is good.
Yeah.
I thought that there were stretches where we almost played poorly, but we played well enough to win, and we played really well when the pressure was on, going down the stretch in games. The last 6 minutes, what do we need to do? Number one, we need to knock down some outside shots. Teams are going to try to take that away. They're going to try to take away Snickers, Brynsma, Kushmal, Cutney inside. Number two, we need to rebound the basketball, and we need to defend like we usually do. And we're a very good defensive team, and typically we're a pretty good rebounding team. So if we can knock down some outside shots, get some rebounds, and defend like crazy, I think we got a shot.
Always good for a coach to say our team is in the Final Four, but we haven't played our best yet.
Hey, thanks, Jason.
Coach Mo,
appreciate it.
Thank you. Good luck next week.
Thanks a lot.